What truly unfolds when the lights go out, the cameras stop rolling, and the real fight begins behind the curtain. On June 20th, 2025, WWE SmackDown wasn't just an explosive televised spectacle, it became a powder keg ready to blow. But the most intense battle didn't happen under the bright lights of the ring. No, the true chaos began backstage, in the shadows, where one chilling encounter lit a fuse that could ignite an all-out war across WWE. It started with a single moment. Mateo and Jacob Fatu, one stare, one threat, and the birth of a rivalry that's ready to tear through the very foundation of the company. Why did Mateo confront the reigning United States champion? What's fueling the rage and hostility that seemed to boil over in a matter of seconds? And is Jacob Fatu, the unstoppable Samoan werewolf, facing his most dangerous challenge yet? Tonight, we peel back the layers, dig into the history, and expose a feud that's not only personal, it's volatile. For those who think WWE drama ends when the show does, you haven't seen the backstage war zone. If the ring is where legends are made, backstage is where grudges are born. This is SmackDown like never before, a raw, unfiltered collision of ego, ambition, and betrayal. Let's rewind to make sense of it all. To understand Mateo's bold threat against Jacob Fatu, we need to go back to the origins of their tense relationship. Fatu, since claiming the United States Championship at WrestleMania 41 on April 19, 2025, has been a monster in the ring, tearing through stars like LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre with a rare blend of speed, strength, and savagery. He wasn't just winning, he was dominating. But with dominance comes a target, and that target kept growing. Enter Mateo. Fans will remember him debuting at Backlash on May 10, 2025, as an enforcer in Solo Sikoa's new vision for the bloodline. Known previously on the independent scene as Jeff Cobb, Mateo brought with him a reputation for suplex-heavy brutality and near-superhuman athleticism. He looked like the perfect soldier for Sikoa's army, a rising star destined for greatness. But being part of a group like the Bloodline comes with internal friction. From the beginning, Mateo and Fatu had an uneasy chemistry. Bound by allegiance to Sikoa but divided by ambition and mistrust, the partnership was shaky. Mateo resented playing second fiddle to Fatu, who soaked up all the spotlight, while Fatu never considered Mateo more than a temporary ally. That feeling became crystal clear when Fatu publicly stated, "He ain't my blood and he damn sure ain't my family," during an interview on May 23, 2025. Then came the turning point, June 6. Mateo suffered his first major WWE loss in a tag match after a miscommunication with Fatu. That mistake cost him dearly, and Mateo didn't hold back. Backstage footage showed Mateo furious, accusing Fatu of undermining him. Fatu's only response? A cold, silent walk-off. That tension became the spark for what was coming next. Mateo is not just a powerhouse, he's a tactician, a man who studies his opponents. While Fatu might thrive on chaos and brute strength, Mateo plays the long game. He's been waiting for the perfect moment, and after Fatu's betrayal of Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank on June 7, 2025, Mateo saw his chance. That night, Fatu shocked the world by turning face, attacking his own faction leader, Solo Sikoa, and walking away from the bloodline. The crowd may have cheered, but Mateo saw only betrayal and opportunity. Mateo remained loyal to Sikoa, seeing himself now as the heir to the group's power and prestige. With Fatu gone and branded a traitor, Mateo knew that stepping out of Fatu's shadow meant taking him down completely. Fans on social media lit up with debates. Was Mateo just a bitter second-tier player, or was he the future of SmackDown waiting for his moment to rise? On June 20th, the storm finally hit. After surviving a post-match beatdown from Solo Sikoa and Mateo, Fatu was shockingly rescued by Jimmy Uso. But just when it seemed the chaos was over, Mateo struck again, this time backstage. He cornered Fatu and delivered a direct and chilling warning. "Jacob, you might have walked out with Jimmy's help tonight, but don't think for a second you're safe. Watch your back. I'm coming for you." Fatu didn't reply. He didn't need to. The stare he gave Mateo in return said everything. That silent, ice-cold glare carried a message louder than any promo. The war is coming. But what's really behind Mateo's vendetta? Beyond ambition, beyond the title, sources backstage suggest Mateo has grown frustrated with WWE's booking decisions. He believes he's been underutilized, reduced to a background player in Fatu's rise. That loss on June 6 was just the tip of the iceberg. Mateo's planning something big. He's been scouting Fatu's every move, analyzing his strengths and his weaknesses, from his high-risk aerial maneuvers to his emotional baggage with the bloodline. Mateo doesn't just want to beat Fatu, he wants to outthink him, dismantle him, and take his crown. The contrast between the two couldn't be more dramatic. Fatu is raw instinct, an animal in the ring. His finishes, Samoan drops, moonsaults, devastate opponents. But Mateo brings a different flavor. His tour of the islands has ended matches in seconds, and his counter-wrestling is elite. It's not just power versus power. It's psychology versus rage. Strategy versus instinct. And then, of course, there's Jimmy Uso. His unexpected save on June 20th wasn't just a coincidence. Jimmy and Fatu go way back. Their bond forged in family and fractured by loyalty wars. Is Jimmy aligning with Fatu in defiance of Sikoa? Or is this part of a bigger game? Fans are buzzing with speculation. Could we be seeing the seeds of a new faction, perhaps even a reimagined bloodline with Jimmy and Fatu leading the charge? As for what's next, the road ahead is foggy but intense. Fatu is still focused on defending his title against Sikoa at Night of Champions, but the rumblings suggest Mateo could be next in line. WWE exec Nick Aldis has already hinted that Mateo must earn his shot, but if he keeps this pressure up, he might just force the opportunity. Whether he's ready for it is another story. Imagine the match, Jacob Fatu versus JC Mateo for the United States Championship. Fatu's unmatched aggression versus Mateo's precision and strength. It's a main event-worthy clash that could headline SummerSlam or even change the direction of the company. But let's not forget, the bloodline drama looms large. Sikoa could interfere. Jimmy Uso might twist the narrative. And rumors persist that a new bloodline member, possibly Haku's son Hikuleo, is waiting in the wings. The stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about titles. It's about legacy. It's about supremacy. It's about who owns SmackDown's future. Every confrontation, every promo, every moment is building toward a showdown that could shift the balance of power across WWE. The fans are locked in. Wrestling Fanatic 23 asked, can Mateo actually beat Fatu? The answer? Yes, but it'll take everything he has. Bloodline for Life asked, is Jimmy turning heel? Not likely. He's thinking 3 steps ahead. And whatever he's planning, it's bound to shake the bloodline to its core. So what comes next? Will Fatu lash back with fury? Will Mateo finally get his match? One thing's for certain. When these two collide, it won't just be a match. It'll be a statement. JC Mateo's warning has opened the door. The war is coming. And you're going to want front row seats.